Okay, so what holds up? Well, first, the sound quality is a big reason why these headphones are still good today. Now, not to say that they're perfect, there's definitely room for improvement, but overall, you're gonna like how these sound. Looking at our lab results, the AirPods Max aligns very closely with our in-house preference curve, which is a measurement of what we think sounds good to most people. This means that based on the frequency response alone, there is a very high chance you will enjoy how these headphones sound. However, the AirPods Max does have a 5 decibel underemphasis between 2 to 6 kilohertz. Now this means that if you are listening to really heavy bass music, you might hear less detail than you may be used to from instruments like hi-hats, cymbals, and high octave synths. During my experience with the headphones, I thought that the AirPods Max sounded pretty good when listening to EDM and pop tracks, but I did find myself wanting a little bit more detail in the highs, especially for more lo-fi tracks. Now when you look at the multidimensional audio quality score, the AirPods Max scored a 4.5 overall. For reference, the AirPods Max scores higher overall than the Sony XM4 and XM5 headphones, and even the Sonos Ace. However, the AirPods Max does fall behind slightly against the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones and Sennheiser Momentum 4 wireless headphones, although by just a hair. Still, with an overall score of 4.5, you are very likely to enjoy the sound of these headphones out of the box. Besides sound quality, the AirPods Max also excels in noise cancellation performance, and despite being almost 4 years old, the AirPods Max still holds the title as one of the best noise-canceling headphones currently on the market. Based on our lab test, the AirPods Max can reduce the loudness of outside noise by about 87%, making it better at canceling noise than the Sony XM4 and XM5 headphones, though not to be outdone by the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones, which cancel out just a little bit more noise on average, though not by much. Rest assured, the AirPods Max will be an excellent pick if you're looking for a pair of headphones that can quiet screechy subway cars on your morning commute, or if you just want to drown out the airplane engine rumbles on your next flight across the Pacific. And I also gotta say that the AirPods Max has one of the best implementations of transparency mode we've ever used. The feature activates quickly, voices sound natural when speaking with others, and the headphones do a good job of piping in ambient noise without sounding unnatural or jarring. So these headphones are a great choice if you find yourself constantly switching between listening modes. Another reason why the AirPods Max is still worth buying, even 4 years later, is because of all the extra software features. For example, I own an iPhone, iPad, and MacBook Pro, and I really enjoy the convenience of being able to switch from one device to the other automatically. It just works so well. And all you really need to do to set that up is to make sure that you're logged into the same Apple ID on all your devices, which you already do anyway during setup, so it really kinda works like magic. Also, I am a big fan of immersive formats, and Apple Spatial Audio is still one of the best spatial audio implementations I've ever used. Also, because of the metal construction on the ear cup and headband, these headphones are heavy and can be uncomfortable to wear over a long period of time. That being said, if you really are thinking about buying the AirPods Max, I highly recommend first going to an Apple store and trying out a pair of these headphones on your head before you actually buy them, just to make sure that you are personally comfortable with the weight. Many reviewers before me have already poked fun at the sports bra-esque design, so I'm gonna keep this short. The case really doesn't do much to protect the headphones beyond preventing scratches on the metallic part of the ear cups, and all the case really does is ensure that your headphones enter a ultra low power mode to save on battery life, because you cannot turn off the headphones. There's no power button, which is quite an odd omission. Beyond that, the case just looks ridiculous. It's bad form with very limited function. Now moving past the design quirks, another reason why the AirPods Max may be hard to justify in 2024 is because of the limited connection options, though this is also a problem with the entire AirPods line in general. The AirPods Max, like the other AirPods, only support the SBC and AAC Bluetooth codec.